Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. And I figured, Halloween is just a few days away, and why not try and do a 13 Nights of Halloween revolving around Batman and, going over some books that are creepy, unsettling, Halloween themed. Not necessarily horror stories, but, but there might be some there. But, yeah, let's get on with it. With the first book here being Batman, Jekyll and Hyde. And let's just jump into it. The story in it, you know, as you can see from the cover, and just hearing the name Batman, Jekyll and Hyde, I think most people would automatically assume Two-Face. And yes, he's on the cover. It's Two-Face. Funny enough, the beginning of this book, you know, if you weren't told it was going to be Two-Face, it kind of gives a Joker vibe. And here's why. The story begins with a couple of cops, going into a house, discovering a murdered body, and then they hear, I don't remember if it's laughing or the TV, but they hear something in another room where they find a man kind of like covered in blood, all kind of like not something you would see a sane person doing, and he's sitting there watching TV and laughing. And then we find out later that he's just laughing about the murder and stuff. um he does end up dying, but before then he's just laughing about it, like, nothing's going on, this is hilarious, let me finish watching the TV show that I'm watching right now. And it gives the Joker vibe in that sense. But we later find out that there's like been more murders happening around, and of course Batman goes in to investigate. And the main story here is Two-Face is trying to find a way to make himself the only and, well, the dominant and the only personality in Harvey Dent's body. Because here they argue back and forward a lot more than I think I've read uh recently. I don't remember. I can't think back to any stories. I'm sure there are, but like any stories where Harvey and Two Face are actually having conversations and they kind of don't agree and they don't like each other. It does a really good job at an origin story for, I would say, Two Face, and I don't mean in the sense of the Long Halloween, where we see how Harvey Dent becomes Two Face. I mean, we go back to Harvey's childhood and kind of find out kind of the origin of that other personality, which was really good. There's definitely a lot of ways that could have been written, but the way it's done here, it's not bad. It's interesting. It's a little predictable, but it's definitely interesting. I'm not gonna talk about it that much because I don't want to spoil that part, because it's probably my favorite part of the book is finding out about that other personality. But like I said, it is pretty predictable at the end. Um, the other theme here is that Batman and Harvey, they both are people who have kind of like a double persona, in a sense that Batman Bruce Wayne, though he's not crazy, I guess. Um, the question asked in the back is, what if the dark side won, basically, and in the back of the book, I should say, the synopsis. And that would be an interesting thing to see, like Batman turn completely dark because of a drug or some type of magical influence or something, any reason. But it's not something that actually really happens here. Now, we do get a good amount of Bruce reliving his past, kind of going through a few memories from before his parents died to a little bit after. It's not as in depth as the Harvey Dent one, but it was actually done really good, because we don't get the repeated scene of, oh look, your parents were murdered, that's kind of shoved down your throat in a lot of Batman books. This is more him talking about how he coped with it, and it was good. It was actually really done well. Um, do I think the book could have been better? Yes, it could have been a lot better, but for what it wasn't bad. I mean, my ranking on this, I'll just say right now, it's a 4 out of 5. Do I think it could have been a 5 out of 5? Yeah, there's a few things that I think they could have changed a little bit. Maybe done a couple more issues. They could have expanded on the whole way, the backstories for Bruce, and shown a little bit more of Harvey Dent as a kid and stuff. I think especially with his father, and kind of how more things happened that are kind of just explained later at the end of the book. Um, I think seeing Batman actually go dark in a way would have been really good instead of the way it happens here, or what happens here, I should say. But other than that, it is a good book. It does have a somewhat creepy-ish vibe, especially in the beginning when the police are going through the murder scene and everything, don't know what's going on. It's good, and the art style definitely matches the whole story really well. I think it just was all done good. Like I said, it does. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because I think it could have been just a little bit better, but for a cheap read, I think you can pick this book up used pretty cheap. Might have been like $8 for me used, I want to say. So, shop around, get it used, buy the issues. There's only 6 of them. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's definitely something I'd recommend looking into, especially if you like Two-Face. I think it was a good story for him. Uh, Good background for that character. And, there actually is a good character development for Batman or Bruce in a way, kind of having to face how he felt as a kid. I think that was done really well. So overall, the story, the fact that for a 6 page or 6 issue standalone story, that there is that character development in there, I think it was done really well. And yeah, that is my review for Batman Jekyll and Hyde. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will be back for hopefully 12 more videos. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can do these 12 videos. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.